In South Sudan, decades of civil war have left the healthcare system severely depleted. There are fewer than 2 doctors for every 100,000 citizens. More than half of the population must walk at least 3 miles to reach even a basic health center. And for someone suffering from TB, living too far away from a clinic is often deadly. Tuberculosis is a bacterial disease which most often attacks the lungs in people with poor nutrition or low immunity. It can be fatal if not treated quickly. To overcome this challenge, the government of South Sudan is drawing on remote communities themselves to diagnose and treat people suffering from TB. A network of hands and peer educators is bringing health services closer to people's homes.
The hands and the peer educators work together to benefit the communities. A hand is based at the primary health care center. This is a person who underwent a nursing course at least for 9 months. So these are the people who are supervising the TB treatment at community level.
Each hand supervises a small group of peer educators who have basic knowledge of TB and work in the villages where they live. Peer educators visit their neighbors in markets, churches, or their homes to talk about TB, and very often they speak from personal experience.
Peer educators are patients themselves. These are people who are treated, they completed their treatment, they got cured, and they are doing very well. So, as a peer educator, if you go and talk to the community about TB, people will understand because you are talking at something which has already happened to you.
If a peer educator suspects that someone has TB, he reports this back to the hand. The hand will then visit the person at home to determine if referral to a health center is needed. He may collect test samples and deliver them to the nearest laboratory. The hand also checks up on patients to make sure they stick to their treatment and don't suffer side effects. Throughout South Sudan, thousands of people who otherwise couldn't be reached now have access to TB treatment. Training and equipment are provided through a grant from the Global Fund to fight AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria, so that hands and peer educators can continue to save lives in their communities.